What's up, everybody? Pete Pardo here from Comic Book Users. Welcome to another episode of Inside the Cover. Today, we're going to take a look at a cool issue of Conan the Barbarian. I was like, what is he going to say next? Issue number 44, and it pairs up Conan with our favorite female barbarian as well, Red Sonja, the Fiend and the Flame, issue number 44. And this, of course, I believe is a John Buscema cover. I don't know who did the inks on that. I'm not quite sure. Inside, though, we've got Roy Thomas, author and editor, John Buscema, and the Krusty Bunkers as artists, right? So whoever the Krusty Bunkers are, my guess is that's a couple of guys who were helping out on the inks, right? Glynis Wine, colorist, John Costanza, letterer, featuring characters created by Robert E. Howard, freely adapted from the story The Tower of Blood by David A. English, okay? So here we have Conan kind of passed out here. Rest comes easily and quickly to a pantherish scion of the wild, but at the hint of a darkling shadow at the merest muffled footfall, sullen eyelids open narrowly and a leathered hand darts out, though so does a hard-souled boot. And of course, who is it but his old friend Red Sonja? If you remember, for those of you who are Conan fans, they teamed up a number of issues ago, and she kind of betrayed him at the end, kind of took off. And that's kind of what they talk about. So she's kind of apologizing here. She goes, "Sorry if I bruised you, Cimmerian. Still, I owed you that for manhandling me yesterday when you hauled me onto your steed, and that the sons of Shem never repaid a loan with much interest. What are you doing up here, Sonja? Just looking for a way out of this dungeon. No luck, you know." And of course, he's always trying to paw at her and whatnot. So here they are. They're locked away in this predicament here, looking to get out. And here they're up against this evil kind of God, what do you even call these? Really, is he a wizard? And I wasn't trying to figure out what his name was here. It's, of course, all these. Let's see. Anyway, I'll come across his name at some point. But really cool artwork on this. Red Sonja looking hot as always. And here you have, they throw Conan into this area where you have all these townspeople who look at them while they've been living in darkness all this time. Look at them, right? This is kind of like takes Conan into like this psychedelic haze, right? This wizard douses him with this strange liquid, and all of a sudden now Conan is spiraling out of control, dreaming. Is this happening? What's going on? It's finally, hours later, he wakes up and sees the face of Red Sonja sitting there. It's like, what is actually going on here? Right? So she says, "It's me, but you look so wild out when you came staggering back from wherever they took you. What happened to you out there?" He goes, "Don't ask me about it, Sonja. As you value your life, don't ever ask." So basically, nightmares is what he saw, right? So that settles it. Their use of you, the plans I know Moropfla has for me. We've got to get out of here. Oh, you'll leave soon enough, red-tressed one, though it will be as a withered, blood-drained shell from which my brother and I shall have extracted the last full measure of life. Utakt, I don't know how you got in here, stealthy as a shadow, but Taram." So it's a brother and sister combo, the evil ones here. So she basically does this little, shows up in there, but it's actually not her. It's just an apparition. So Sonja goes and punches the wall, right? That doesn't work. Basically, Conan agrees to kind of go. Conan wants to get out of here as well. Let's see. My mind had not cracked on the strain as I had feared, and well and good. What good then? And you're just a flat painted image that somehow moves and speaks. As if I were more? What then? Then I'd need no demon from a cold stone jar to fill me with desire. And she says, it has been long since young lips spoke thus to me, and only I was sure that you'd not abandon me to Morofola's wrath. You have the word of a freeborn barbarian. Something you set great store by it, but I shall see. Yes, I shall free you. Will you? After all, he is your brother. What means that to me? I go now to prepare a spell, but do I dare? Do I dare? Red Sonja looks at him and says, "Oh, what is she, just another conquest to you?" And he goes, "Perhaps women are the weaker sex after all, weak of mind. He goes, I'll keep my word to her, girl, though she's as vile as she is lonely. But if you are going to get jealous on me, she goes, no, there's no place for such womanish things in my life. Sometimes I almost want there to be, but not. There is not, and there never will be. So they kind of, in the cell, they sit far away from each other, and Conan's kind of looking at her like, what's her deal, right? What's going on? So, of course, the Utract, or however you say her name, she comes to him in the middle of the night. She goes in. And, of course, she's looking to go and kill Red Sonja, and they battle it out. And in the process, Red Sonja stabs her. So she's out of the way now. So now they got to go deal with the brothers. So the door is open. They escape here. These just kind of like bat creatures, right? They assume they're coming after them, but the bat creatures actually hate the fact that they answer to the brother and sister, the two evil ones. So they're actually, they'll be looking to help. Conan's like, oh my God, these bat creatures speak, and they give him the information on like, yeah, we're miserable too. Here's the Raiders page. Got Vision little Marvel value stamp down below. And here, Luke Cage playing some softball. Look at that. So here they're giving him information. You don't fear your master's wrath if you let us pass. He has no power over us while under his sister's spell. But hurry, for he has other resources. So they're basically letting them go past. And they climb up from the dungeons upstairs in the castle. Great artwork in this. Right, So there's that evil, vile water, right? He sees, he spills it all over the floor. Then an apparition shows up, then this giant kind of like golden ape. So basically the evil one is already starting with his sorcerer powers here. So Conan attempts to go and fight with the ape. Now the both of them are going at it, but the swords are going right through. Then another apparition shows up, and it's a giant octopus. Right? Conan's like, but where? I've seen this before. So somehow he's tapping into Conan's mind all these creatures that he's fought before. Then a serpent snake with like a head of Medusa. So if you've been following Conan the Barbarian comics, you've seen all of these creatures in various issues past, right? So, but none of them are real. But then he sends a sword through the Medusa's head, and then he himself shows up. Now he turns into this gigantic other creature, and basically Sonja takes a torch, lights all that weird liquid all over the floor, catches on fire. They escape through the building, but they're all the way up top now in this castle, right? This tower, and she falls. He grabs her. They both fall. Then they get rescued by these the bat creatures, who they call the Afterlings. So they rescue them. So they thank them. They take off together. They escape the castle. Sorry, I gave something away here. I gave at the beginning of this episode, I talked about how Sonja kind of betrays Conan, and so here they're going to go travel off together, but she hits him over the back of the head. He's passed out. She takes the horse and gets on. And it's a future issue where they meet again. Reading all these comics, I get some of my stories confused. She goes, so I'll read you some of the exchange here. So he goes, let's get out of this valley the way we came. I doubt it'll be bounty hunters. I doubt if that bounty hunters come back. But you still won't leave me to elude my pursuers myself, will you? No, men look after girls. It's what they do. Ha, my horse wandered back. And she goes, you're not going to understand this, Conan, but I have to do what I have to do. She cracks him over the back of the head. I won't have a male endanger himself over me out of false gallantry. I leave you now, Conan. Luckily, I know full well how hard are the heads of Cimmerians. Give you a few hours and you'll be laughing and drinking and wenching it up in the taverns of Shadazar the Wicked. And hearing songs too bittersweet for Red Sonja's ears right now. So that's so she kind of leaves him there, takes off. She's like, I don't need him trying to, do the right thing and get in trouble because of me. And I'll just go deal with my own things in my own time, and he can go back to doing what he does, right? So again, that comes back next time they meet, and he reminds her, it's like, you hit me over the head last time, you just left me out there, right? So whatever, but yeah, always a cool story when Conan and Red Sonja get together, and this is a good one. Issue number 44 again, it kind of continues a story which started in issue number 43, but check it out if you haven't. All these Conan books are a really, really fun read. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll be doing more, I'm sure, in the future, and Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. We got episodes coming up with myself and Wild Bill on this Wednesday, so stay tuned for Wednesday and Friday and early next week. More stuff here happening on Comic Book Users as always. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. Take care. Bye-bye.